Thanks to Sang TV, brought to you courtesy of First Ave Entertainment. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Fred Rosser. He is going to be rewarded the Vanguard Award here at the Outshine Film Festival, where they're celebrating their 21st anniversary. I'm your host, B. If you want more information about Thanks to Sang TV, please feel free to log on to www.thankstosangtv.com. Stick and stay, we'll be right back. Thanks to Sang family. We are back here at the Outshine Film Festival. We're here with none other than the former WWE wrestler himself, Fred Rosser.
Mr. No Days Off, don't forget.
That's right, that's right.
I hate the word former. I'm a veteran. I mean, I've been in the business. I started with WWE in 2009.
Ooh.
I started doing the minor league level in 2002, 2003, so I've been in the game for some time, so I like to be called a veteran.
Okay, a veteran. Yeah, you earned it, especially with No Days Off.
No Days Off. It's like the name Mr. No Days Off, it's a name that I encourage everyone to use. It's the struggle, the grind of just living a lifestyle and being a superhero.
Nice.
And that's what I ultimately want to be,
Nice.
a superhero for the community.
Nice. I love it. And it's not only about the title, it's also about putting the work. So you've been in WWE since the beginning of time.
Yeah, 2009, baby.
2009. And then you transition into putting in social work. What caused that transition for you?
Well, I always say my fight is much more bigger than in the ring. It's outside of the ring, fighting bigotry and hatred and trying to be the voice of the voiceless when it comes to our LGBTQ community or anyone that gets bullied for various reasons. So there are many reasons why I came out publicly as the first openly gay wrestler. One of the reasons was, I wanted to be able to bring my boyfriend, my partner, backstage to wrestling events. I wanted to be able to bring him to red carpet events.
You couldn't do that before?
No, I was tired of living a lie.
Gotcha.
I was closeted. So my own happiness was more important than anything. So I didn't realize my story was a big deal when I made national news until, of all people, the icon Cher reached out to me. And she reached out to me on social media directly and said because of her hearing my story, one of her friends came out to his family. So she thanked me. So it was that moment I realized that my story was a big deal.
Yes.
So that's why I started my whole Block the Hate movement, which is so meaningful to me. And the Block Hate movement is the equality for all. We all get bullied for various reasons, but in order to be strong and successful, you must block the hate. So my whole wrestling pose
Okay, I got it.
Is the equality sign for all. So no one can take that away from me.
Here I am crossing my hand, but it's actually on top of each other, the equal sign. Got it.
Just like that. So it's a universal message that I try to spread to everyone that I come across, including you. It's like I want it to be the next middle finger. You tell me I can't achieve my dreams because maybe I have a speech impediment or I'm overweight. Well, you know what? F you.
Right.
Block the hate.
Got it. Love it. So within our community, we know that there's still a conversation that people don't discuss. It's still something that is quite taboo, and especially in the Caribbean community, we're not even going to go there. What advice would you give someone who is battling that right now. Like they're battling, having these issues, and they want to be successful, but of course, because they have these limitations within society and within themselves that is hindering from progressing, what advice would you give them?
I truly believe that visibility is an important tool. So don't die with the story and you tell it. I say day in and day out. So I say on my social media, anyone that doesn't have that support system at home or anywhere else, be a part of my family on social media. Unfortunately, cyberbullying is the #1 form of bullying.
Yeah.
All form of bullying is bad. So what I try to do is I try to encourage people to be a part of my family on social media, because my social media is an open diary to the world. So anything I ever post always comes from the heart with the intent to inspire,
Nice.
motivate, and educate our youth. So I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a
Right.
doctor, I'm a friend. So I've met fans over the years that actually contacted me on social media and wanted to commit suicide. So I had to talk them out of it. I had to send them video messages saying, don't do it. You've got value, you know yourself, know your worth, never cheapen your worth. And
Awesome.
I remember one fan in particular, a year ago, he wanted to commit suicide. Now he's going to get married now.
Nice.
So I'm very happy, and I always say every time my feet touch the ground, I know someone's counting on me. So
Love it.
I won't keep fighting. I'll keep fighting
Yeah.
until I'm 6 feet under.
Love it. Thanks for saying family. We're here with the Superman himself,
The Superman, block the hate.
Fred Rosser. Because we're Caribbean, we say we'll say it, but it's Rosser. We'll be back. Thanks for saying family. We are back with Fred Rosser, WWE veteran. How do you like that?
You
Much
got it now. You got it.
So you started off wrestling in 2009, but what started you within this transition, this journey?
I've always been a big fan. My dad got me into it back in the 80s, watching Hulk Hogan and all that stuff. My dad was roughing me up so much that my mom was at work, he was babysitting me, and he busted my chin open. I still have a scar.
What did he tell your mom? Did he tell her the truth?
Well, she seen my mark, and let me just say that she used some colorful language.
Of course.
And she beat the hell out of him.
Of course.
So it was that minute I knew that I loved wrestling, and it was something I wanted to do as a kid. So with laser-like focus at a high school and in college, I joined a little wrestling school in West Patterson, New Jersey, where I'm from, New Jersey.
Okay.
Dirty Jersey.
Okay.
I got that from Whitney Houston. So I got that on-the-job training. I actually started a year after 9/11, September 11th, 2002. First time I ever stepped in a ring. And then from then
What
on,
is it like?
Oh,
because
stepping in the ring.
because whenever I watched wrestling, like I told you, I was forced to watch wrestling because me and my home, we didn't have silver spoons in our mouths, so we had that one TV. And I'm aging myself here, but whatever. My brother, he took the knob off of the channel, and we used to have to use pliers to change the channel. So what he would do was he would hurry up and run to the TV first, and he would watch wrestling and sports all day. So you can imagine how much I disliked wrestling. So I know about the late Hulk Hogan, what else? Who else? Macho Man,
Jake
Randy
the
said,
Snake.
and Jake the Snake. Yeah. So I know them, but I didn't care for it. But I was like, I guess I have to watch it. But to me, it was all an act.
It's all an act. It's scripted entertainment. We know who's going to win. We know who's going to lose.
Okay.
It's just like when you go to the movies and watch an action film. It's good versus evil. It's the Batman versus Batman versus the Joker.
Right.
So we solve our issues in the ring. We're larger than life characters.
Very much so.
We're like professional stuntmen. But it's funny. In my household, my dad had 3 TVs set up. One TV with WWE, another TV with WCW, and the third TV was Monday Night Football.
Wow.
So I had the Monday Night Football was on the black and white TV. So that was the one where click, 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 click.
Yeah.
So I understand. But right out of high school and in college, I joined the wrestling school in West Patterson. I was always the first one there, the last one to leave. I remember joining the school, and I paid $2,000 of my own scholarship money to do it.
Nice.
No, I didn't want to do any installment payments, no nothing. This is what I wanted to do. I used scholarship money, and I didn't tell my parents until a year into my training that I had joined this wrestling school.
Why did you wait?
Nice. Well, because I was fearful that they might be like,
talk you out of it.
Yeah, talk me out of it.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone talking me out of it. So they were supportive.
So what was your major?
Criminal justice.
Wow. That's
so
okay.
if I didn't make it in WWE, I would have probably been doing something in law enforcement or a firefighter.
Okay.
I was actually number 3 on the list. So if WWE hadn't signed me, I would have probably been a firefighter.
So
right now.
what was that like when you got the call or notified that you were signed with WWE?
Well, May 4th, 2009 was the day I got signed.
Wow.
And it was a tryout I did in Tampa, Florida. Out of 75 guys and girls from all over the world, I beat them all out, and I earned my contract.
So when you say you beat them all out, is it like the traditional, or I shouldn't say traditional, but the typical sports, like when you go to a high school game and you see a wrestling match and you see them on the mat, or is it more than that? Do you have to come with a story?
You got to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Okay.
You got to be able to talk trash. You got to be athletic. You can be big, you can be small, but you gotta have that presence. You gotta be able to walk into a room and be like, oh man, this guy must do something, or this woman must do something. So, I beat them all out, and I earned my contract. A lot of guys, or girls, they might have it easy, and they already might have a name and come in the front door. I grinded for a long time. I earned my contract.
Love it. We stay grinding here on Sinks for Sync TV. We'll be right back in just a few.
Healthcare workers and nurses are in high demand. Take your first step toward a medical career today at Ideal Professional Institute in Miami Gardens. With multiple programs available, you can become a patient care technician in just 9 months, a home health aide in under 1 month, an LPN in just a year. Ideal Professional Institute is licensed by the state of Florida, so register now. Call 305-653-7886.
Sink to Sync. Music is life, yeah, yeah.
Move it, move it. Voice to the man just on reaching out to the world. Take banana.
Thanks to Sync family, we are here with Mr. No Days Off.
Block the hate.
Block
all
it,
day,
block
every
it,
day.
block it. All right, but they also say that when you're hated on, it's because you're doing something right.
I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I
Pretty
don't.
much,
I can't control what people do. I can't control what our president does. I can't control what certain people do. I can only control what I do, and that's fighting bigotry and hatred.
Yeah, your reaction to whatever it is that's dispersed to you. And then there's the ability of just blocking it all, right? Not allowing that energy to come into you and consume you. So as far as transitioning into activism, how has that been like?
It's been great. It's been great. You know, like I said, it's one, it's good to be back home because this is where I met my boyfriend at. So being back in Miami, being able to see a lot of the people viewing the film, being able to see a lot of my old fans, and even people like recognizing me. They come up to me and they say, man, I remember hearing your story, man, and
They're inspired.
they're inspired. I remember where I was when you came out, so it's very overwhelming for me, you know. So I'm not one of those guys that is, you know, very quick with fans. I always give people the time of day.
I was just about to ask you, how is it like in your normal everyday for people to just randomly come up to you?
I'm a fan myself, so I give people love. I remember I was on a flight with Queen Latifah.
I love her.
And I was so nervous. I was sitting in first class with her, and I kept looking at her, and she was looking at me. I didn't get that money shot because I was just so nervous.
Yeah.
So I just know how it is when I come across people. Just walking down Lincoln Road, people come up to me running, saying, man, I remember watching you on WWE television. So it's moments like that where it's worth telling my story. It's worth fighting for.
And this film, how important is this film to our community as a whole?
Well, honestly, the Outshine Film Festival being here is amazing. It's my biggest honor ever, receiving the Vanguard Award.
Yes.
But I have to be honest with you, word on the street is that Marvel is ready for its next gay superhero.
Really?
So Hollywood is on a search, so I mean, not to toot my own
Plug.
horn. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Not to toot my own horn, but
Toot, toot.
there's no one
I'll toot it
more
for you.
qualified and represents the community inside of the ring and outside of the ring like yours truly. So
as far as a Marvel film is concerned, where it may be, I don't know, cartoon or actual film itself, how are your stunts?
I mean, coming from the wrestling world, we're professional stuntmen.
Right.
So, you know.
You're already one leg in.
Exactly. Even though I'm 35, I still
got it.
I still got to stretch.
Yeah.
Health is wealth.
Yeah.
I'm not as young as I used to be, so I got to stretch. I got to warm up before I do anything active.
But young is all. It's all in your mind too, right? It's a mentality. If you're doing whatever you have to do in order to stay healthy, I know some people that are in their 20s, and trust me, you're doing well.
Yeah. I say I make my 20s jealous of my 30s.
Pretty much.
So on top of getting into some acting and still wrestling on a minor league level, I'm actually trying to get certified to be almost like a celebrity trainer, because people always ask me about fitness. I'm like, why not get involved in fitness? I want to be able to have my cake and eat it too. That's why I've been living out in LA for 2 years, trying to get into some acting, trying to get into some commercials. Eventually going to be a celebrity trainer. So whatever career path life takes me, I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, you're open to it. I love it. You're not in a box in any way, shape, or form, and whatever, you know, the road takes you, hey, I'm ready for it.
Exactly.
I like that. So is that an advice that you would give someone? Let's say if they're saying, okay, I want to be a wrestler. Would you tell them to lean back on something else? Because you went full-fledged.
You know, it's not easy.
Yeah.
The business is not easy to get into, and you have to really love this business because it consumes a lot of time. You're on the road 300 days a year.
Whoa.
No off season. The only off season is when you get hurt, which is unfortunate.
I want to discuss that, about when you get hurt. Like, as far as your contracts are concerned, are you covered?
Yeah.
All of that good stuff.
When you get hurt in the ring, you're covered.
Okay.
But if I slip and fall here, I'm on my own.
Gotcha.
So you have to provide your own health insurance.
Okay.
WWE, I've had my fair share of injuries. I've had my elbow I've had elbow surgery. I had elbow surgery. It's called the Tommy John. The Tommy John is a serious baseball surgery. So for me to have it in wrestling is very unusual. I've had knee surgeries. Injuries come with the territory, but I believe health is wealth and trying to take care of your body. I'm big into stretching, big into yoga. The business has changed. Back in the day, it's unfortunate we've had a lot of deaths in WWE.
Yeah,
people really take care of their health now. Now with stuff like CrossFit and yoga and everything else, a lot of people being more health conscious, especially WWE. The bodies are changing now.
Right.
So it's very important to take care of your body. Your body is what makes you money.
Your body's what make you money. Health is wealth. I assure you that we'll have more great information from your Thanks to Sync family. We'll be back. Thanks to Sync family, we are back. If you want more information about Thanks to Sync TV, please feel free to log on to www.thankstosynctv.com. Also on the gram at Thanks to Sync TV. We are here with Superman himself. I'm going to call you Superman.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, you know. I'm 6 feet tall, 220 pounds, and I'm ready to fight.
And it's all muscles, 220 pounds. Like, you will be like, how is he 220 pounds? Because muscle weighs more.
But as a kid, you'd be surprised I had a speech impediment.
Really?
I was overweight. I would stutter a lot. And the reason why I was overweight was because both my grandparents lived right next door to each other. So 4 p.m. I would eat at one grandparent's house, watch Oprah, eat at the other grandparent's house, 6 p.m. Third meal, third dinner would be at home.
How dope is that? Your grandparents live. Like,
Right
I would be
next door.
obese too. I'll be eating labouille. I'll be eating all type of douce pistache. Those are Haitian little desserts. Like, I will be, yes. And I was kind of chubby too. But let's talk about you. This is about you. I love it.
Yeah.
So you had an awesome upbringing.
Yeah, awesome upbringing. And a lot of people don't know, my mom is gay too. So I've been all over my social media. I say my mom's single and ready to mingle. So anytime.
So she's single. Okay.
She's single, ready to mingle. My mom and dad, they're just good friends.
That is so dope.
They still live together for financial reasons.
I have to ask, and they're black, both.
Yes, yep.
The reason why I have to ask is the obvious, because we still have this, I don't know, this taboo thing about, you know, open relationships of the same sex or transgender, you name it. We still have this thing that we don't want to talk about, especially in the Caribbean community and the African diaspora. So that is pretty dope. And the fact that they co-parent still throughout your upbringing.
Yeah, the one thing I always say about my dad is he always had a hot meal on the table for me. He was always at all my sporting events when I was younger. When I was younger, my mom was in the clubs. She was having fun and finger popping and dropping it low and stuff like that. But now the roles have turned. My mom is always at my events now. She's my personal photographer. She's my soundboard. She's my everything.
Sweet.
So
Shout out to mom.
yeah, you know, she's back at the hotel and everything. She's here with me. my personal photographer.
Nice.
She'll be shooting the Vanguard, me
So
receiving
how
it.
proud like I wish she was here.
Yeah, no.
What a proud moment.
And she's proud of me, and let me tell you, she's rated R as they come. You can view her on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, @RealFredRosser, and she is, like I said, her name is Robin Rosser. I call her rated R Robin Rosser because she's seen it all, she's done it all. She lived out in LA back in the 80s because she was trying to pursue comedy.
Okay.
She failed after 6 months. At 57, she's funnier now than she's ever been.
Nice.
So being back home, almost 4 years I lived in South Beach. I gotta have my mom with me. I gotta have my bodyguard because guys are grabbing me left and right. Girls are grabbing me left
I was
and
gonna
right.
say girls too.
I'm like, whoa, take it easy. So I gotta have my mom with me. She's my bodyguard. But she came out to me when I was a kid, 7, 8 years old.
Wow.
And I didn't come out to her until I was 28. Because back in the 80s, science wasn't as strong as it is today. She would always say, "Oh, Sonny, I can't." She has a high-pitched voice. "Oh, Sonny, I can't wait to have grandchildren." And no one wants to let their mom down. And so
It's not happening.
Yeah, back in the 80s, I just suppressed the feelings.
Well, but now it is happening.
Yeah, exactly. I have an uncle, my dad's brother, who's got 2 kids through
In vitro
fertilization.
with a surrogate.
Yeah, and they just moved from Honolulu to LA, so they're closer to me, and I just adore them.
Yeah.
2 twins. So people ask me, "Am I gonna have kids someday?" I said, "Man, what I need kids for? They're like they're my god babies. What I need kids for?"
But it's nothing like having your own.
I feel like they're my own.
Okay.
I feel like they're my own.
I mean,
But
it's cheaper that way.
never say never. I feel myself with my godchildren always going to stores, buying them clothes.
Yeah,
Like
that's still cheaper than having them 365. Trust. I want to be in gymnastics. I want to be in soccer. I want to.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just my life.
At
I'm
5
sorry.
years old, that's exactly what they say. 2 twins, a boy and a girl. One wants to go into soccer,
Yep.
the other one wants to go into gymnastics.
Yep. Could you imagine?
It's a lot of fun for me. So, yeah.
I love your authenticity.
Yeah. This is how Mama raised me.
That's
She
good.
didn't raise no fool.
I was just about to finish your statement for you. We're not raising any fools. Thanks to Sync TV. We'll be back.
Healthcare workers and nurses are in high demand. Take your first step toward a medical career today at Ideal Professional Institute in Miami Gardens. With multiple programs available, you can become a patient care technician in just 9 months, a home health aide in under 1 month, an LPN in just a year. Ideal Professional Institute is licensed by the state of Florida, so register now. Call 305-653-7886.
Sing to sing. Music is life. Yeah, yeah.
Move it, move it. Voice to the man just on reaching out to the world. Take banana.
Thanks to Sync family, we are here with Superman himself, the Superman, Fred Rosser. Oh!
See that?
So as far as your personality is concerned, I know it feels so great to just be yourself. Be transparent and authentic.
I can be sassy when I want to be. I can do all that, you know. I can be masculine. I can just be me, and that's what it's all about. I don't aspire to make a living. I aspire to make a difference.
I love it.
And that's what it's all about.
Which is in turn is gonna give you the bag and the coins.
Hey.
Being yourself. Yeah, it is. It is. I love it. So no MMA fighting?
I'm too pretty for. You see this face?
I see it.
My hashtag in WWE was hashtag millions of dollars.
Love it.
That's how much I'm worth.
Love it.
You're standing here with millions of dollars.
Can I rub? If I just touch the hem of your garments, maybe I'll be blessed. I need some coins.
You're too much. This is great. This is
So in addition to that, you also discussed how in the community, you're pouring into the community as a whole. And it's a great thing because, yes, we've made advancements, but there's still so much work that needs to be done. What is it that you want to do as far as your legacy and your purpose is concerned, as far as our community?
I've wrestled all over the world. In the States, I've wrestled in the South. And let me tell you, I've met so many transgender kids in the South, and it's hard for them.
Yeah.
It might not be hard for people maybe up north or in California or here or there, but in the South, it can be rough.
Oh, for sure.
So like I said, I want people on my social media to see me, who identify with me, and say, well, you know what, if he can do it, so can I. But
you know what the beauty of your story is? Someone may look at it where it's just that box, like it's like you're in your bubble, but it just encompasses so much more. You have immigrants that are going through the bullying. You have, oh my God, and it's coming from the top, which makes it even worse. You have the transgender community, the whole LGBTQ. You have racism. You have feminists. Like you have the gender roles. It's just every community. So the idea of being able to be yourself, it just transcends every box that you can think of. So it's pretty dope that you're tackling this.
Exactly, and I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
I always say we need more out athletes. We need more representation.
I think that's the most difficult part, like the athleticism. People who are in the sports arena, I don't think there's really a platform that is comfortable enough for them to just be like, here I am.
Yeah, well, that's why I say visibility is so important. It's an important tool. So again, more out athletes, the better.
Yeah.
I always say, being the first openly gay wrestler, I've encouraged other LGBTQ athletes that they have a duty to instill confidence in our youth and to lead by example.
Let me ask you, do you know of any who are still, not prepared or ready to come outside, but they're still in the closet?
Yeah,
do you speak to them and encourage them to come out, or you just let them stay in and have their journey?
In my profession, WWE wrestling, there are people backstage that are LGBTQ, and they prefer to be maybe in the closet,
right.
And that's just on them.
For financial reasons, for whatever reason.
For whatever reasons,
right.
But they are out there. Since I came out years ago, there's been a few independent minor league wrestlers come out because of hearing my story. One wrestler in particular, Jake Atlas, he's from the LA area. He's an up-and-coming kid, 23 years old. I'm 35. We had a match last year, and it was probably one of my top 5 matches of all time, and I've been wrestling almost 16 years, over 16 years. So there's no better feeling for me to see other wrestlers under me succeed.
Yeah.
He's LGBTQ. We had a beautiful match. We told a beautiful story in the ring, and that's what it's all about, telling a story in the ring.
Yeah.
It's entertainment, good versus evil, but it's all about telling that story.
That's what's up. And being real with your story. Not allowing anyone else to write your story as well. You're the author of your own story, right?
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Where can we contact you for more information?
Of course. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, @RealFredRosser. What are you waiting for, people? You know what time it is. Follow me. Join the Block the Hate movement. That's what it's all about. Block the hate, salute the great.
That's what's up. Any last words for our viewers?
Hey, just keep living life, please take care of yourself and each other.
What's your tagline in the ring?
In the ring?
Yeah.
My tagline in the ring?
Or was there any dance move or anything? What were you known for?
Yeah.
Yeah, what
As
were
the
you-
primetime players,
Uh-huh.
me and my partner, Titus O'Neill, used to do the millions of dollars dance. So
Oh.
we used to just like link up like this, start to the left, and like millions of dollars.
Oh.
Millions of dollars. Hey, millions of dollars.
Hey,
Hey, millions of
millions of
dollars. Millions of dollars. Know yourself, know your worth, and never ever cheapen your worth. That
That's
was our
what's up.
tagline.
I love it. It was a pleasure having you, and thank you. And congratulations on your Vanguard.
No, thank you. I always say don't die with a story and you tell it. So however, there's 7 billion plus people on this planet. So I got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do to help share my story.
No days off.
No days off, every day, every day. Mrs. No Days Off, Mr. No Days Off.
Thanks to Sank family. We'll be back. Thanks to Sank family. We reached the final segment of our show. It was a pleasure speaking with Fred Rosser,
No, thank you so much. Thank
Superman himself, the $1 Million Man.
You. $1 Million Man. Ooh.
No days
well,
off.
$1 Million Man, that's already been taken.
Okay.
That $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, he's an OG.
Oh,
so I don't
we
wanna,
can't take that veteran.
I don't want to disrespect
Nah,
the OGs.
We're not going to do that.
But in our industry, wrestling, no one owns anything. So,
Okay.
hey,
Million dollar guru.
whatever.
Whatever the case may be.
Sorry. I came from the gym. I smell a little. Smell.
It's okay, you're good.
I needed to
The
make this,
love.
I needed to make this interview. I needed to share my story. Why? Because don't die with a story, and you tell it, baby.
That's right. If you want more information about Thanks to Sank TV, please feel free to log on to www.thankstosanktv.com. Also on Instagram at Thanks to Sank TV. I'm your host, B. Check me out at B Longchamp. It's been a pleasure. Goodbye.